Hi, I'm Claire. I'm reporting for What's in Your Air. May I ask you a couple questions?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Welcome back. I'm Claire for What's in Your Air, and today I'm interviewing Molly Spring, a junior at UMass Amherst. She's going to tell us a couple of things about her commute to school. So can you tell us about your typical route to school?
Yeah, so generally I leave my house, it's like up in a neighborhood in South Amherst, and I go along main streets, mainly Triangle Street and then North Pleasant Street.
And this is biking, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Do you notice any changes in the way that you feel when you're biking past construction sites or large, busy highways?
Yeah, so whenever I come to like the stoplight on Triangle Street and North Pleasant Street, it's just like so much exhaust in my face and lots of coughing. Yeah.
Okay. And do you notice any changes in the way that the air smells?
It smells bad. It smells really
Oh,
bad. It's
that's
dirty.
gross.
Yeah. It's shit.
And have you noticed any differences in your respiratory health?
I've had a pretty persistent cough this semester.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you think that's just because of the UMass plague, or is that...
That was the initial thought, but now that you mention it, it's like definitely worse in the morning when I'm biking.
All right. And finally, last question, have you noticed any differences when the weather changes, such as like when it's raining?
Yeah, actually, my favorite time to bike is after rain or like during the rain, because then the air just smells really clean. It's all
Okay.
smooth. Yep.
Perfect. So next we're going to have Cam, a consultant, come in and tell us why that may be. Thanks, Molly.
Welcome back to
I
What's
think we
in Your
got it.
Air with Claire. This is Cam. He is our air consultant for today, and we're going to ask him a couple of questions regarding our air situation. What is the main source of air pollutants that Molly faces on her bike ride to school in the morning?
Okay, so primarily Molly bikes by two construction sites. One is located on the corner of Triangle Street in East Pleasant, and they're building a new apartment complex there. So there's a lot of construction vehicles that are kicking up a lot of contaminants,
Okay.
and also traffic is congested in these areas. So the pollution and exhaust from cars is concentrated there as well. The other site that she bikes by is next to Franklin Dining Commons, which is where they're building a new academic building. And there's a lot of construction vehicles there that are producing a lot of pollution and exhaust.
Now, more specifically, what types of pollutants is she running into on her morning commute?
To start, I would go with particulate matter. And particulate matter comes in different forms because of the size of it. And coarse particulate matter is kicked up by the dirt at the construction sites, where vehicles are constantly running over the dirt, and it can kind of get elevated into the air and in the surrounding community. Also, the construction vehicles are mainly run on diesel, and diesel produces NO2. And cars that are located nearby produce a lot of NO. Diesel and gasoline also produce carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, and organic compounds, and also black carbon.
Wow. And what can Molly gain by decreasing her exposure?
So Molly was saying how when she biked by these sites, her eyes started watering, and one of the effects of being exposed to air pollutants is it causes irritation in the eyes as well as the nose and the throat. And she was also saying how she coughed a lot, and that's because it's a natural reaction of the body to try to expel air pollutants. And I would add on to that she coughs because she has difficulty breathing, and air pollutants really cause you not to get that full breath of air, and you're constantly needing to breathe more and more.
Finally, are there any links that Molly can go to like mitigate her exposure?
Great question. So right now she can do two things. Number one, right now she's taking the main routes to school, which are the most well-used roads. So there's a lot of cars there, and in order to avoid that, she should take back roads, and back roads will significantly reduce the amount of exposure to air pollutants. Secondly, if she has to go by construction sites, she should go on the far side of the road, because even the smallest distance, like 10 to 20 feet, can really make a very big impact on her overall health.
All right, thank you, Cam. Thank you for joining us. This has been Claire on What's in Your Air. Have a wonderful evening.